Welcome to Inside the College. I'm Dr. Maggie McMenamin, president of Union County College. On our show today, we're leading off with the chairman of the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders, Mr. Bruce Bergen. Welcome back to the show, Freeholder Bergen.
Thank you, Dr. McMenamin. Always a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you here. And this show, we want to talk a little bit about your second term as chairman of the Freeholder Board and maybe some of your initiatives. Last year, you had a very ambitious plan moving forward, a lot of different projects and events scheduled, including some here at the college. Union County Council on Women had a couple events here at the college, but yep. I know some of last year's initiatives are being carried over to this year. So let's start with maybe tell us about the Union County Means Green initiative.
Certainly. Last year, we, for the first time, gave grants out to nonprofits and other agencies to help support community gardens. And we had organization in Elizabeth, Groundwork Elizabeth.
Oh, I've heard of that group, yeah.
Who took on overseeing the project for us because they have expertise in that area. It's one of the things they've been doing for many years, and they did a great job. And we had an overwhelming response from all over the county, and we were able to either build new community gardens or expand those that existed, which does a couple things. Gets people out into the fresh air, but it also creates a garden that then grows fresh fruits and vegetables, which are available to the community.
So these were fruit and vegetable gardens as opposed to flower gardens?
Yes, generally they are.
And
yep.
What happens to the food that's grown in the garden?
It really depends on the organization, but many of them distribute them within the community to people who might not otherwise be able to purchase them.
That's fantastic.
So it was such a big success, we've decided to do it again this year and to expand it a little. And we're going to be offering it again to community groups, schools, libraries, that's new. And again, not only to build new community gardens, but to maybe expand them. Some of them were built, they're called platform gardens. Now we're going to be focusing not only on those, but on those that are really in the ground themselves. So it's being expanded because of its success.
Wonderful, terrific. Now, in any of those cases, could maybe somebody who lives in an apartment and doesn't have access to a garden have their own little garden, their own little tiny postage stamp to grow tomatoes in?
Yeah, the program generally is done by a nonprofit or another group that might have public space that they do it in, but often members of the community can come in and they get a little plot in the community garden, and that's why it's called the community garden. So anybody, again, depending on how it's being run, can come in and get their portion and grow their food in that garden.
Oh, I love it. And nothing's better than New Jersey tomatoes. And
that's right.
I'm sure the best tomatoes in New Jersey come from Union County. So tell me about another one of the successful initiatives from last year that has legs and is going into part 2 next year, Union County Heroes, UC Heroes.
Yes, we last year decided to expand the services that we offer to the veterans here in our county.
So UC Heroes are our veterans.
That's correct. Okay. And we offered some new services. We did a number of seminars or meetings, if you will, where we met with the heads of veterans groups in the county, first to find out what they think the veterans need, and also to make sure that the veterans know the services that are already offered. So we expanded our Office of Veteran Services so that any veteran in the county has a single place he can go and they can find out all different kinds of services, whether it's medical, financial, housing, that's correct, education, and so that there's a one-stop shopping, if you will. And we're going to be continuing that. We're going to be expanding the services and get out into the community more and try and find out what our veterans need and make sure they're getting it.
And we do have a large number of veterans here in Union County.
We certainly do.
Not just the veterans from our era, maybe in the Vietnam era, but you're talking about a lot of veterans from the Iraq and Afghanistan era.
Absolutely. We have young men and women who are coming back, even as we speak, from fighting overseas, defending our freedoms, and they certainly deserve to have all of the services that they're entitled to.
Well, Union County College looks forward to working with you and servicing our veterans. We have several hundred veterans here at Union County College, GI Bill veterans, recent discharge veterans, and we want to work closely with the freeholders to serve them better.
Absolutely. The college and the freeholders have always had a close relationship. I know that's going to continue. We work together on many different projects that help the residents of Union County. Tell
us about the new program from this year, UC LEAP. I know that's one of the new initiatives on your agenda.
Yes. This has to do with mostly with our youth and education, arts, and so on. And there are a couple components of it. One which we're very excited about. The Simon Youth Foundation. Simon Malls owns the
Jersey Gardens.
Jersey Gardens, yes. They have a program, not in New Jersey yet, that they fund and put an alternate high school into their mall to target troubled teens. And it came out of originally them noticing that it's the middle of a school day and there are 15, 16, 17-year-olds walking around the mall. Mm-hmm. And they got the idea of offering a high school. This is not a GED, but this is an actual licensed high school where they would get a high school diploma right in the mall. They would get the education, they would get the opportunity to learn a skill and so on. They've come to Union County and said that they want to bring that here. And so we are working on that with them. A few of us may go out and see their original school out in Indianapolis, I think it is. And we're hoping to have that ready by next September.
Wonderful. An alternative high school in the mall.
That's correct.
I'm looking forward to that. I am. That's great. What else is UC LEAP include?
We have a program that we're working out with Overlook Hospital. It's called Project Search. This is also an education component, but this is for young men and women with mental health issues. Okay. And it would give them an opportunity to go into this program in cooperation with the hospital, and they would, again, get an education component, but this is mainly focused on giving them an opportunity to learn a skill, learn how to function in the real world, and hopefully go out and get a job and be part of society.
Is that another youth-based program, or is that more for adults?
No, this is also youth-based.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now, I know UC LEAP included some component for the arts.
Yes. We've got a couple things. We are going to be, for the second year, running a high school drama festival, if you will, at the UC PAC.
At the Performing Arts Center in Rahway?
That's correct.
It's a great asset for the county. I love that place.
It certainly is. And it's expanded over the years. There are programs going on there at one or the other venues almost every weekend. This program, which we did last year to a limited fashion, we're hoping to have it expand, gives high school students, if they put on a play, they come in for a day with a bunch of other high schools. They put on about a 30-minute portion of their play for the other students. But most importantly, there will be acting professionals. Our director there at the UC PAC has connections over New York City, and he brought in last year and will again bring on some professionals who will then critique the performances by the high school students.
So the kids not only have an opportunity to perform in a fantastic venue, but then to get feedback from theater professionals about their performances and the way they put the show together.
That's correct. And then in the evening, they will see a professional performance there at the UC PAC.
The final part of the educational component, they get to see the real pros.
That's correct.
I love it. I love it.
It was very popular last year, so again, we brought it back. We're hoping to expand it to more high schools.
One thing that Union County is known for is the tremendous service to our senior citizens.
Yes.
So I know we've done a great job with that in the past. We love our young people, our children. Certainly at Union County College, we love our college students. But Union County in general, and Freeholder Board in particular, paid a lot of attention to our seniors, honoring those folks who have come before us. So talk to us a little bit about UC Seniors Program.
I will. We last year reinstated a program called Seniors in Motion.
Okay.
It had been about maybe 10 years since we had done the program. And it's basically a grant program to the municipalities where we give them vans that they can then use to transport their seniors to the doctor, to events, whatever the municipality needs to use it for. It's funny, I have a meeting at the community center in Cranford, and one of the vans from 10 years ago is parked there.
They're still using it.
They're still using it, and as of a couple hours ago, Cranford and Springfield now have their new vans for this year. Many of the towns chose to take a 12-passenger van that doesn't require a specialized driver. Anyone can drive it. It gives them flexibility to use the van. So we have been and will continue to roll out those vans to our municipalities over the next month or so. And then I think 20 of the 21 towns, if I have it correct, put in for a van, and then they'll all have those.
I know my mom is 99 years old, so I get a firsthand view of the issues for senior citizens.
Yep.
And transportation's one of the big issues.
Absolutely.
So having a community base, so these vans aren't based in Elizabeth to service the whole county. These are in the municipalities.
That's correct.
So it really helps to encourage our seniors to be able to stay at home, stay in their town.
Yep. And it gives the municipalities the opportunity to use it as they see fit. Not every town or city is going to use it the same way, but they can use it as they need to help their seniors the most.
Well, this is, it's a fantastic agenda that you have set forward. UC Green, UC Heroes, UC Leap, this youth-based learning arts program, and what we do, what the Freeholder Board and the county and all of us are doing to help support our seniors. I know there are a lot of other things on your agenda, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. But if I wanted to get more information about these and other programs, where would I go on the internet to get that information?
And any of this information and all of the many other programs that the county offers are available at our website, ucnj.org.
Okay, and that's on the bottom of your screen right now, www.ucnj.org.
Correct.
And that'll take you to all of the county programs and services.
That's correct. We revamped our website within the last year, and we hope it's more, as they say, user-friendly, a little more intuitive as to find the information. But the UC Hero, there's a link there. Any of the programs, you can find information there.
Thank you, Bruce Bergen, Chairman of the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders. My guest this afternoon has been Freeholder Chairman Bruce Bergen from Cranford. He's a tremendous partner with the college and really great friend to everybody here in Union County. With programs like these, our county residents are very well served. Thanks, Freeholder Bergen.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
We're happy to have you here on the show and in the big chair at the Freeholder Board.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Inside the College. I'm Dr. Maggie McMenamin, President of Union County College. For the second part of our show today, we're really honored, and it's really my privilege to introduce to everyone in Union County and beyond, the Grand Marshal for the 2017 Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade, Mr. Joe Nolan. Congratulations, Grand Marshal.
Thank you, Doctor. How are you?
I'm doing great,
Good,
thank
good, good.
you. So you are the Grand Marshal 2017.
Yep.
And as you know, I was the Grand Marshal
ago.
in 2015.
Right.
That's right. One of the greatest times I've ever had, one of the best days of my life, and certainly most memorable.
Mm-hmm.
But now we want to get to know you. This is your year. It's your parade. I'm sure the weather will be better.
It'll be better. Apparently yours was awful.
Yeah, it was awful. We had a lot of rain that day, but
Right.
the sun was shining in our hearts. Tell us a little bit about you. So where are you from? Where were you born? All that good stuff.
Born in Jersey City at the Margaret Haig Medical Center, like my father used to say, like all good Irish Catholics. I was
Okay.
born there. And then moved to Westfield when I was about 8 years old. Went to Holy Trinity Grammar School, Holy Trinity High School. Then left there, went to Seton Hall, majored in communications. Started working when I was a junior at Seton Hall at Shadow Traffic in Union. In 1979, and has been a traffic reporter ever since.
Shadow Traffic in Union.
It was in Union. It was right on Route 22 in Union. You know where Tiffany Gardens restaurant
Yes.
is? It's right to that building right next
So
door.
there is no longer, is there any traffic service here in Union County?
No, it's up in Rutherford now. The whole thing is up
The
in Rutherford.
whole
Yeah,
operation's up
yeah,
there.
Right.
So right while you were at Seton Hall University, you got into the traffic business.
I fell into it. I started working in radio at WJDM in Elizabeth. That was my first real job.
So you have the voice for radio.
I guess. I started working at WJDM for a wonderful woman named Mary Barbieri Young, who was the news director there. And they'd send me out to council meetings, and I would interview people like the Freeholder, and at the end of it, I'd bring it back and I'd play it down the phone line to them in Elizabeth, and if they liked it and aired it, I got $5. And then if they ran it twice, I got $10, and if they ran it more than that, you'd still got $10.
Now, was this while you were still in school?
I was
or?
still in school.
Still in school.
And then started working for Shadow Traffic, and I've been doing that ever since. I was on WABC radio. I've been on WABC, WPLJ, and now on CBS FM in New York, and then was on Channel 7 Eyewitness News this morning from when it started until about 3 years ago.
On ABC?
On Channel 7, yeah, every single day.
So if our viewers across Union County are recognizing this voice.
It's from TV and from radio, yeah.
And they can still hear you
Right. With
every
Scott
morning.
Shannon in the morning on CBS FM 101.1.
And that's not really traffic reporting now. You crossed over from traffic to...
I'm still doing the traffic, but I'm more his sidekick now. Whereas before, he had a gentleman named Todd Pettengill who did that. And they went their separate ways. And when he ended up at CBS FM, I had already been there. It's a very long, complicated story, but the bottom line is that I've been working with Scott, who is a legend in my business for 27 years now.
Okay, so you're kind of like Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson?
Yeah, I guess, sort of.
All right, but that works, that
Yeah.
description.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to us about this year's parade.
Well, the parade is recognizing Catholic schools in Union County, which I am a very proud graduate of two of them. Like I said, Holy Trinity Elementary School and Holy Trinity High School, which is long gone now. Holy Trinity closed. I was in the last graduating class in 1976. My mother taught at Holy Trinity for 20 years. They were presidents of the Parents Guild. They were presidents of this. They ran bingo. They did all the things that parents do. They were heavily involved. And when they said that was another reason for me to want to be involved in this thing. Joe Cryan came to me and asked me if it would be okay for me to do it. And I said, sure, absolutely, I'd love to do it. And then it went to a meeting, and I got a phone call. It was actually kind of funny. Marianne and I were out to dinner, and my cell phone rings, and he picks it up, and he said, "Can you be at the Knights of Columbus in Union in 10 minutes?" And I said, "Yeah." We get in the car, we drive in there, and they had voted, and I was it, and that was so.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, it was great.
Now, I know a part of the entire year of your selection and marching is something called an investiture mass. And I happened to go to the investiture mass.
I saw you there.
So tell us about yours, because I know that's when you got the
The official sash.
The Joe Nolan Grand Marshal Sash.
Yep,
So
and,
tell us about the event.
It was actually one of the most beautiful masses I've ever been to in my life. It was a happy occasion, which a lot of times when you go to mass and there's a lot of pomp and a lot of circumstance to it, it's not a happy occasion. But in this case, it was a wonderful occasion, and I got to tell you, when Father Anthony and I first started talking about this, he's the new pastor at Holy Trinity. He was very excited about it, and I don't think I really understood how amazing it is. There's bagpipers, and they put the banners of all the counties of Ireland all around, and the fourth degree knights. Those are the guys with the plumes on their head.
the
They
Knights of
walk in and out.
Columbus, yeah.
The Knights of Columbus are there. They have a contingent from the Fighting 69th, the World War I, not the actual guys from World War I, but other guys, and it was really something. It really was absolutely amazing, and I just loved every second of it. I bring you up, you do an oath, they give you a nice little beautiful ring, and then you go out and you go to Kenilworth and relax a little bit to the Veterans Home, Paul.
So what are you expecting on Parade Day? I'm sure there are some people in the county who's never been to the Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade. Tell our viewers what they could expect to see on this beautiful day that is coming. First of all, when and what time?
It starts, the step off is at 1 p.m. It's on the 11th of March.
Okay.
It is in downtown Union, right
And
down
that's a
Morrison and stuff.
Saturday.
That's a Saturday. It is. I think one of the things is that it's different if you have kids and you're thinking about going to this. It's different than a lot of the other ones that have become kind of rowdy spectacles. Simply because there really aren't a lot of bars in Union that are open for people to get in trouble with, you know?
Okay.
And you can bring your kids and not be afraid that there's going to be a bunch of rowdy kids around, because rowdy teenagers or college kids,
Sure.
because it just doesn't happen.
So it's a family event.
It's a much more family event than most of the St. Patrick's Day parades, for
Good.
sure. That's number one. Number two is that it starts at 1 o'clock. It is long. I was shocked the first time I went. It takes a long time for everybody. It's only a mile long, the actual physical distance of it. But what is it, about a couple of hours, right, before everybody...
About 3 hours long.
Which is that's a lot
It's a
of
long
people.
parade. It's worth the nickel to get in.
Yeah, and there's that last year, they said there were 35,000 people there last year, which is terrific. If they can get more than that this year, that'd be great. It's a great day, great family day, great day for the Irish, but you don't have to be Irish to come out and come to this thing, because it's a lot of fun.
Everybody's Irish in Union on Parade Day.
That is absolutely true. And then
Well, who marches? You said it goes on for hours. Who's marching besides the Grand Marshal, your Chief of Staff, who's guarding you here today?
he doesn't let me out of his sight
Give
now.
him a shout out since
Richie Adams, who actually works for the county too, works for Union County. He's a very good friend of mine, and I asked him to be my Chief of Staff. I think he probably, if he had to have that back, he might have said no by now.
No, I know it's a great honor for him as well. So besides the Grand Marshal and your aides and your Chief of Staff, who marches in the parade?
A lot of police departments from the county, a lot of the particularly Union Township fire and police and ambulance will all be there. They have a lot of the school kids from particularly the Catholic schools now. And I know Holy Trinity, my school, they're trying to get a large group of people to come and march in it.
Given that we're honoring
Yes.
Catholic schools this year.
Right. And then there's going to be a couple of high school bands. I'm not exactly sure which ones, but I know that there's going to be at least 2, maybe 3. There'll be bagpipers like you can't even begin to believe.
So more than one bagpiping
There'll
group.
be more than one bagpiper, I assure you. There'll be the hundreds. Just the county guys. I mean, the Union County Police, the Sheriff's Department. Is it the Sheriff or is it the County Police? I don't even know. County Police?
County
Police have their own pipe and drum corps, and they are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. The Essex County guys, I think, come too. So it's quite a fun day, and it goes on and on and on.
For families?
Yep.
For people who like bagpipers
Yes.
and pipe and drum groups?
Yep.
For parents and of children who are going to be marching? And for individuals who just want a beautiful sunny day in downtown Union?
It's a spring day. Go out and sit there and just, it's the first, I always think that St. Patrick's Day is always the beginning of summer in my mind, because from then on you really start to get your act together to okay, the holidays are over. Now we got to start thinking about what we're going to do over the summer, and that has always been the way I've always thought about it. I remember there was a guy, his name was Jack McCarthy. He used to be on Channel 11 in New York when he would do the St. Patrick's Day parade, and he always opened it up by saying, "In the month of March to brighten the way, God gave the Irish the saint in the day." And I always remember that, and he, it's true. I mean, it is a great day. It's a great tradition. This is only the 21st one of these. I mean, the one in New York has been around since the 1700s, but this is the 21st one, and it's just it's a great tradition that has begun here in Union County, and hopefully will last a long, 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 long time.
And certainly one of the biggest parades in New Jersey,
Yeah.
and if not the largest of the events. But this year, focusing on celebrating Catholic schools in
Which
Union
is important.
County.
Which is important. There, you know, I mean, I'm biased. I went to Catholic school. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think I got a wonderful education at the 16 years of Catholic school that I went through, you know, Holy Trinity was an amazing place. I still remember just about every one of the nuns, and then getting into the high school and going through all of that. And even when they closed it, it still was a positive experience. You learn a lot when you go through something like that. And then going on to Seton Hall, you know, and still to this day I go up to Seton Hall all the time and meet people that I knew there, go to the basketball games. It was a great experience for me. I think it's a great experience for the kids who are in it now, and it needs the people who care about it, our continued support, because without the people who have been through it, those schools don't exist. I mean, they don't get tax money; they get tuition money and grant and money that people give them, and donations and things, and that's how they run that school. And it's and it's important to keep them open. If for no other reason, somebody told me the other day that the public high schools in Union County would be overwhelmed if the Catholic high schools went away overnight.
Roselle Catholic and
Union Catholic and Mother Seton Oratory went away, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Today, our guest has been the 2017 Grand Marshal for the Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade, Grand Marshal Joe Nolan. He's going to be leading the parade when they step off in Union Township on March 11th, Saturday, March 11th at 1 o'clock. We're honored to be a part of that parade. Union County College always has a contingent of our students, faculty, and staff marching in the parade, even before I was the Grand Marshal, and we're absolutely delighted to participate in that great parade again. As the Grand Marshal said to us, it's not just a parade for the Irish, it's a parade for everyone. And certainly, as we wrestle with all sorts of issues related to immigration, it's our Irish American brothers and sisters who understand very well how many immigrants are not treated well when they first come into the country. And it's timely, certainly, the issue on immigration. But we're also delighted to be supporting with Grand Marshal Joe Nolan Catholic schools in Union County. It's a pleasure to have you here. We're hoping for a beautiful day weather-wise.
Yeah, that's the only thing, no rain. I don't care if it's cold or just no rain.
No rain on March 11th. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Inside the College. I'm Dr. Maggie McMenamin, President of Union County College. Our guests today have been the Chairman of the Freeholder Board, Bruce Bergen, and the newly named Grand Marshal for the 2017 Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade, Joe Nolan. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Inside the College, and we look forward to seeing you next month with an exciting new segment of Inside the College from Union County College. Thanks very much.